Good evening, folks. Dr. Freedom, either the time from Doctor News, something around the universe that may or may not affect you on such a deep, strange, incredibly profound, prophetic, and empathic level that you could reach out with your feelings and almost make a better Star Wars plot than the last movie. But okay, now what did it have to do with Doctor News? I don't know, but okay, let's move on. Jodie Whittaker out doing some press for the upcoming movie she's in with Paddy Considine called Journeyman. And okay, maybe this be easier if I hop onto it. Okay, let's tell you what. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's really hop in there. All right, wham. All right, this was up over on NME. I believe it's called. Yes. First, Doctor's first female lead speaks out. It's just when you go through and read these, I'm telling you right now, one thing you're going to discover about Jodie Whittaker is you read through articles and interviews with her in them. Jodie does not have a filter. So if you're looking for clean language and all that, let's just say she drops the F-bomb more than I do in just one article than I probably do all day. It's like, so she talks a bit about the Me Too movement. Now, the thing is about this one, I have an ad blocker on, but you got to scroll all the way down to here to get to the rest of the interview. So she's talking about the pay gap, the Me Too movement, and, well, let's just say, like I said, you probably already seen it on the screen. So she's talking about, like I said, Journeyman. And then, of course, we go into the Doctor Who stuff a little bit later on. Hey, let me see if I can get to it. All right, the only one really in this is what's the weirdest thing? She goes, I'm not supposed to open stuff and get sifted through. I can honestly say I've only had nice stuff so far, as in sent to her, because they're asking what's the weirdest thing you've ever gotten from a fan, and she goes, asking a couple of years. Kind of makes you wonder why certain people are out there putting out videos saying she's going to be a short-term doctor. Maybe if certain other people had done 5 minutes of research and you know who you are, that every doctor since 2005 has gotten the same contract, and that's 1 year with an option to pick up. And by the way, I almost forgot to mention, yesterday was 13 years ago yesterday that Doctor Who came back to our TV screens in 2005 with Chris Eccleston, and we're going to go into that a bit in a minute. And this is another one on Time Out with her and Paddy Considine talking about Journeyman. They do go a bit in the Doctor Who in here. But we have to remember, though, mainly she's promoting the new movie, which is coming out on the 30th. Well, what I got a kick out of on here was Paddy mentions, he goes, I haven't watched Doctor since I was a kid when Tom Baker was in it. Then Jodie goes, when they asked, of the reactions you heard when you news your casting, was there any that made you laugh? She goes, there's been some intriguing ones. My brother thinks it's hilarious to find the most insulting stuff and send it to me. My brother thinks it's hilarious. And I sent him my headshot, and it said it's signed to Jodie Whittaker's brother Chris, and she deliberately spelled it wrong. So, like I said, this is mainly out to promote the new movie, but like I said, she just talks a little bit about Doctor Who here and there. So I'm going to throw these out to you so you can check them out for yourself. Okay, over on the Radio Times, of course, Peter Capaldi and Michelle Gomez were reunited in Baltimore at Regen Who, to which one of our incredible cast members attended. Yeah, Lady Neo attended this one. This is also where Michelle Gomez, and they won't say it anywhere in here, dropped at a panel that she's already signed to do Big Finish with Alex Kingston, possibly involving a crossover with Missy and River Song. So you may want to get a kick out of this too, because there were just some very, very lovely photos taken at the con altogether. Like I said, go do search for like hashtag Regeneration Who, or they'll come up on Twitter if you go look around. I know there's some going on Instagram as well. So I love how they keep ending all the articles with Doctor Who returns this autumn. Yeah. All right, like I said, the latest projected date, and remember, this is speculation, is October 6th. So keep your earballs out. We might be right on that. We might not be. That could possibly change. So they got together, like I said, at this con, and like I said, everybody had a blast. Peter was adorable, and like I said, there was a lot of good fun to be had at Regen. Okay, Peter Capaldi had an idea for a musical Doctor Who episode that never got made. Thank God. And I don't say that lightly because I'm kind of an agnostic, but no more musical episodes of shit. Not after I'm Your Super Friend. Everybody remember that? Oh, crap. Oh, I wanted to get. He goes, I want to do a story where he met Jimi Hendrix and said, Jimmy, your sound's good, but what you really need is this sort of wah-wah sound. And they basically, I guess, jam on from there. So interesting stuff with Peter going on about that. All right, here we go. So like I said, someone's complaining, going, you should slow down and read your articles. I'm sorry, I have intelligent viewers. They can read this for themselves. I'm just pointing them the way. Remember, links are below in the description box as usual. I know you can read out there. Okay, this is Sharon D Clarke referring back to when she was on the radio program and let some stuff slip about her characters and all that. Okay, yada, yada, yada. Who gets skip all that? Quote, I am human. Bradley Walsh is my husband, and he's human. And I think that's about as much as I can tell you, she said on BBC Radio 4's Loose Ends. And also, Lee Mack revealed he's also part of the new series. So this is just kind of like a little, if you want to go back and revamp this, I threw it out there for you because I was going to throw this one up the other day and I forgot it. All right, this is the big Eccleston one. There's a lot of great stuff in this interview. Please read this. He only touches the Doctor Who stuff is like way. Hang on, I'm not even there yet. Down here somewhere. So they're right here. And the main thing was Davies aware of the issues? He goes, if you're the showrunner, you know everything. That's your job. And he goes, can I presume that he doesn't have a relationship with Davies anymore? He goes, no, I never will have. So it's not a matter of Davies, I think, did something. I think it's because Davies knew it and didn't do anything about it. See, a lot of people forget when Davies brought Doctor Who back, they pretty much gave him a big fat blank check, in the power department. And whereas Moffat didn't get that, I don't think. So, like I said, that was his view on it. And there's only a tiny bit of it, but the rest of it is a lot of great stuff. If you're a fan of Chris Eccleston and all that, please go read this one. All right, Man Mind, Doctor Who missing episodes, recovery, confident there is more to come. That's right. Who Gate. Everyone remember that? And here we go with Philip Morris out there going, we're pretty close to finding the Web of Fear episode 3. Oh boy, ain't that gonna piss off a lot of people who went out and blew money on that special edition. Like the release of the Web Enemy of the World special this week. All right. Now remember, they also threw out a thing for Web of Fear. Yet another DVD release. And it's like, are you going to be a real pisser if they do find episode 3 and restore it? Because now you can chuck out that, animated thing and throw this in. Okay. So basically he's given us the same crank yank about how there could possibly be more discoveries coming. And he goes, I think the door is open for future recoveries of Doctor Who. I don't think that the number will stay at 97, because there are 97 episodes still missing. So I feel confident that there's more material to come forward. So basically he's yanking everybody's chain in some desperate attempt to stay in the limelight. I'm sorry. It's just, come on, really? Okay, everybody remember the 12 Doctor Who stories anthology? Well, now there's news going around about 13 Doctors, 13 stories. Wow, thanks for jamming that up. I love it when they stick pop-ups out. So there's not a lot of details out on this yet from Penguin Books, but I'm going to leave this address up for you in case you want to keep monitoring and coming back. It said it's going to be published on the 6th of September, 624 pages. And there's going to be a tale for the 13th Doctor in it. But the thing is, we don't have too many details on it yet. Say to be TBC. So you may want to come back to this one every now and then. So what did we learn today? That Jodie Whittaker has a foul mouth, and I love it. I'm not kidding. she has no filter whatsoever. Like I said, she drops the F-bomb more in one interview than I usually do all day. And it just shows to me she's open. She's not afraid. She's very straightforward. And I kind of like that. Now, we all know Peter Capaldi, leaned off swearing, and by the way, he's back to it already from what I heard. So, for his tenure as the doctor. So, okay, now, remember, folks, don't let life get you down. Like I said, there are some things going on. It's just when people do things to my videos, I don't give a shit. It's just when they do things, the videos that involve the podcast or, the audio cast, that's, like I said, you're just disrespecting everybody else who had nothing to do with the argument in the first place. In other words, you're being a petty dick. And it's just that simple. And by the way, you know who you are. So I'm bringing that phrase back. Why? Because for some reason it makes some people paranoid that I'm staring to their television at them or their computer monitor or their phone. That's right. I'm in your phone and I'm butt dialing some relative you ain't talked to in years just so they can hear your voice coming out your ass. Oh, well, I'm getting out of here because I'm just going way too nuts. So take care. Ta-ta. Enjoy the rest of your week. Remember, Easter is the end of this week, folks, so go spend some time with the family. Good night.